discussing transaction management. Yes, last class, guys, we were discussing transaction management, that is your TCL. Yes, so we have discussed these many things, guys. What is transaction management in the sense? What is transaction in the sense? Transaction is nothing but, yeah, transaction is nothing but giving and taking. Yeah. So simply, if we'll talk about it, if we talk in normal words, yeah, if we are not going to talk with respect to your JDBC, so transaction management. Yes, transaction is nothing but it is just exchange. It is nothing but, guys, exchange of information. It can be sending or receiving. Nothing but transaction. Next, guys, we have discussed what is transaction management in JDBC and what is the advantage. Yeah. So, guys, basically transaction management, you can say what is transaction management in the sense, in case of transaction, we will combine. Yes, here we are going to combine all the related operation into single entity. Yes, in case of transaction management, guys, what we will do? We will combine all the related operation into single entity and it will be executed. It will be executed on the principle either all or none. So let's say, guys, I'm going to take, yeah, let's say, so transaction is nothing but it is a group of operation. We can say, guys, basically transaction is nothing but it is a group of operation which will be executed either on the principle. Yeah, it will be executed on the principle either all or none. So let's say I'm going to group 100 operations. Yeah, let's say, guys, I'm going to group 100 operations. So all the operation should be performed or none of them should be performed. If all operations performed, we can say transaction was successful. If none of the operations performed, we will say transaction was successful. But if either, like let's say, few of the operation was successful and few was unsuccessful, in that case, we will say transaction is incomplete or transaction is not successful. So, guys, we saw an example. Yes. Like let's say whenever we are going to, let's say we are going to perform sending and receiving. So sending is one operation and receiving is another operation. Let's say both are going to act as a transaction. If I'll combine these two, yes, if I'll combine sending and receiving of the amount, it will act as a single transaction. Let's say now, if both operation is successful, we will say transaction is completed. But if either of operation is unsuccessful, we will say transaction is, I will say, guys, transaction is not completed. One more example, guys, I gave booking a movie ticket. Yes, whenever we are going to book a ticket, so we will see few things. First, we will check whether the seat is available or not. Next, we will select the seat. We'll make a payment. Then we'll get the e-ticket, right? Now, let's say if all the operation is successful, we will say transaction is successful. Yeah, if operation 1, 2, 3, 4, if it is successful, then we will see, then we will say, guys, transaction is completed. But let's say either of operation fails to execute, then we will say transaction was incomplete. So what is transaction management in JDBC, guys? It is nothing but it is the process of combining all the related operations into single entity and executing on the principle either all or none. Yes. Now, what is the advantage in the sense? What is the advantage of maintaining? Yes. What is the advantage of transaction management in the sense? Whenever we are not going to manage the transaction, yes, so there can be, like there might be a chance we cannot store the proper data. Yeah, so we can have basically data inconsistency problem. So just to overcome that data inconsistency, guys, we have to go for transaction management. What is data inconsistency, guys? In last class I explained with the help of the sending and receiving. Yes, if either of one operation has been saved in the database and another has not been saved, then there might be a data inconsistency problem that I explained in last class. So let us move on and start with the concept and then we'll go for programming. Okay, let us continue. So let me use new page. Yeah. So guys, what are the statements we have of TCL? What are the statements, guys, we have TCL? in case of TCL, transaction control language, what are the statements we have? Very good. Commit, rollback, and save point. So guys, by using these statements only, we can manage the transaction in database as well. By using commit, rollback, and save point, we can manage the transaction in database. Yes. So we'll start. Yeah. So let's say guys, that's what we have discussed up to here. What is transaction? In the sense, it is a group of two. Now it is nothing but it's a group of operation which is going to act as a single entity which will be executed on the principle either all or none. So again, I'll take one example, guys, then we'll proceed. Yeah, again we'll take an example, then we'll proceed. Let's say guys, here I'm going to perform few operations. Yeah, I'm going to perform few operations. So first operation, I'll say operation one. Second operation, okay, let's say operation 1, operation 2, operation 3, operation 4, and so on, dot guys. So let's say these are nothing but this complete operation I'm going to consider as a single transaction. This complete operation I'm going to consider as a single transaction. So guys, we have discussed if when this transaction is successful. Yes, when this transaction is successful in the sense whenever all operation is successful, or none of them is successful. Yes, if all the operation is successful or none of them is successful. When this is unsuccessful in the sense when it is not success in the sense if either of operation fails to execute. Yes, so these things we have discussed, guys. Will continue. Now, when all the operations are successful, whenever guys, when this transaction is successful, whenever all the operations are successful. Yes, when all the operations are successful or none of the operations are successful. When it is unsuccessful, when it is not successful, whenever guys either of operation fails to execute. So guys, here we can have two cases. Yes, here guys we can have what? Two cases. Yes, here we can have two cases basically. So we can have case one. Okay. Let's say whenever we are going to perform guys to any transaction, here we can have two cases. Here we can have guys two cases. So case number one, guys, transaction is successful. Transaction is successful. And second case, and second case, guys, transaction is not successful. So guys, if transaction is successful, then what we have to do? We have to save the data. Yes, if transaction is successful, guys, we have to save the data. In database. Yes, if transaction is successful, guys, we have to save the data in database. But if it is unsuccessful, then no need to save. Yes, no need to save it. So just remember these things. Whenever transaction is successful, then we are going to save the data. If transaction is unsuccessful, then no need to save the data in the database. Because if we are going to save half of the data, yes, if we'll save partial data, then there might be data inconsistency problem. So if it is completed, if transaction is completed, then only we are going to save the data. That's what, guys. Now coming about all the database. Yeah, coming about all the database guys, whether in database commit is enabled or disabled by default. Yes, coming about all the database guys, by default commit is enabled or disabled. Yes, commit is enabled guys. So whenever we will insert the data will be stored permanently in database. Yes, so guys, whenever guys we are going to insert some record or data will be inserted permanently in the database. Yes or no? Yes or no guys? So the compiler will not wait for the second record. Yeah, compiler will not wait for the second operation. If the first operation is successful, yeah, if the first operation is successful, then data will be stored. But now we are discussing transaction management. So what we have to do, guys, we have to store the complete transaction. Yes, we have to store or we have to persist the complete transaction, not one operation. So if all the transaction is successful, yes, if all the transaction is successful, then only we have to store the data. Yes, if all the transaction is successful, guys, then only we have to store the data. If either of operation is unsuccessful, yes, if either of operation is unsuccessful, then no need to store the data. So guys, what we have to do, we have to manage the transaction. So how we can manage the transaction in the sense with the help of commit, rollback, and save point. We can manage the transaction, guys, with the help of commit, rollback, and save point. So let us take a subheading as process of transaction management in JDBC. Process of transaction management in JDBC. Yes, so guys, just now we have discussed by default commit will be enabled. By default, guys, commit will be enabled. So if one operation is successful, data will be stored permanently. So now in case of JDBC, guys, what we have to do in the sense, we have to disable the commit. Starting, guys, what we will do after establishing the connection, we will disable the commit. Yeah, we will disable the commit, guys. If all operation is successful, then only we will store the data. Yes, then only, guys, we will store the data. So that's what we have discussed just now. By default, okay, just a second, let me use text here. Just a second, guys. Yeah, so first point we have to discuss here. So what process we have to follow in the sense first. So basically you can say step one. Yeah, step one. So in step one, what we are going to do in the sense. So we know, guys, by default commit is enabled. By default, guys, commit is enabled in each and every database. So we know, guys, by default commit is enabled in each and every database. So that's what if first operation is done, if first operation is successful, then automatically it will store the data. But I don't want that. Yes, I don't want that, guys. If all the operations are successful, then only I want to store the data. Yes, so that, yeah, then only we can achieve transaction management. Yeah, so by default commit is enabled in each and every database. So that is after that is after executing every SQL query, yeah, every SQL query, the changes will be the change, okay, the change will be committed automatically, and data will be stored. Data will be stored. Yes. So guys, since in each and every database, this commit is enabled. So whenever we are going to insert the data, automatically after inserting the data, instantly the data will be stored in the database permanently. But here what we have to do, guys, we have to manage the transaction. So once complete transaction is done, then only I want to store the database. So step one, what we have to do, guys, first we have to disable the commit. First we have to disable the commit. So first what we will do, guys, first we will perform all the operation if transaction is completed. Yes, if transaction is completed, then only guys we will store the data. If either of operation is failed, yes, if either of operation fails to execute, in that case we are not supposed to store the data. If you will store the data, then again data inconsistency problem. So first what we will do, we will disable the commit. Yes, first we will disable the commit. So once all the operations performed, we will enable it. Let's say guys, in few cases, if either of operation is unsuccessful, then we'll go for rollback. Yes, we'll go for rollback. So guys, you will get the complete story once we will go for program. So let me explain the things theoretically, then we'll go for program. Fine. So first we have to disable the commit, guys. So just to disable the commit, we will say con dot, we will say, guys, con dot set auto commit false. Con dot set auto commit false. Yes. So first step, guys, what we have to do, we have to disable the commit. Yes, we have to disable the commit. So how we can disable the commit, guys? By using this method, set auto commit false. Now, yes, now guys, after disabling the commit, what we'll do, we will perform all the operation. Yes, after disabling the commit, guys, what we will do, in the sense, we will perform all the operations. Yes, one by one, whatever operation we want to perform, we will complete the operation. That is, we'll perform all the operation. Yes, we'll perform all the operation, guys. If all the operation is successful, yes, if all the operation is successful, then we will enable the commit. Yes. So let's say, guys, I'll perform, after disabling the commit, I'll perform all the operation, whatever operation I want to perform. Yes. So let's say if all the operations are performed successfully, then we will enable the commit. We will enable the commit, guys. We'll say con dot commit. Con dot commit. So guys, whenever all the operations are performed successfully, then only we will enable the commit. Now let's say we can have one more case. Yes, we can have one more case, that is, let's say if either of operation fails to execute. Yeah, if either of operation fails to execute, if either of operation, guys, fails to execute, then transaction tx is not completed, then, yes guys, if transaction is not completed, then what we have to do? Any guess? Yes, if transaction is not completed, guys, yeah, if transaction is completed, we'll go for con dot commit. Yes, if transaction is not completed, what we have to do? No need to save the partial data, right? No need to save half of the data. So we'll go for rollback. That's what, if either of operation fails to execute, then tx is not completed. Then user will go for rollback. Then user will go for, guys, rollback. So if either of operation fails to execute, in the sense your transaction is not completed, in that case we have to go for rollback. So we will say con dot rollback. We will say, guys, con dot rollback. So guys, by using these methods, we have to achieve the transaction management, or we have to manage the transaction in database. So first thing, guys, before performing any operation, we will set auto commit false. Yes. So one by one, if I'm going to insert the record, data won't be stored. Yes. Now we will check. We will see if all the operations are successful, then we will say con dot commit. Yes, if all the operations are successful, or if none of the operations are successful, guys, we can say transaction is completed. So if all the operations are successful, we will say con dot commit. So complete transaction will be stored in the database. But guys, we can have one more case. Let's say if either of operation fails to execute, then again your transaction is not completed. So in that case, we'll go for con dot stored. So now all of you guys take down screenshot or pic. Now directly we'll go for program. We will understand this concept with the help of program better, so that you will get a clear picture. Yeah, if I'll explain with the help of program, guys, then only you will get a clear picture. So all of you take down pic or screenshot, then we will go for program. Yes, I hope you took a screenshot. Okay. Fine. So guys, in my case, what I am going to do in the sense, yes, in my case, what I'm going to do in the sense, I'll have a database. Yeah, let's say, guys, I have a database. So database name, I'm going to give your batch code JEJM21. In my case, basically what we will do to learn JDBC transaction practical, in the sense, I have a database JEJM21. Inside this database, guys, yeah, inside this database, I have two tables. Yes, if you remember, guys, inside this database, guys, we have two tables. No, currently we have only one table, so we'll create one more. So let's say, guys, we have a database named JEJM21. Inside the database, guys, we will create one more table. Yeah, let's say, guys, we have two tables: student1, student2, st1, and okay, stud1, stud2. Stud1, stud2. So let's say, guys, inside the JEJM21, I'll create two tables, that is stud1 and stud2. Yes. Now I'll perform some operation. In the sense, at a time, guys, I will try to insert the data in both the table. Yes. In my case, guys, what we are going to do here, in the sense, at a time we will try to insert the data in both the tables. So inserting the data in table 1, that is stud1, we will say it as operation 1. Yeah, inserting the data in stud1, we will say as operation 1. Similarly, inserting the data in table 2, that is stud2, we will say it as operation 2. Now, if I'll combine these two operations, can I say it is nothing but a single transaction, guys? Yes, can I say it is nothing but single transaction? If I'll combine these two, operation 1 and operation 2, that is inserting data in table 1 stud1 and inserting data in stud2 table, can I say operation 1, operation 2? And if I'll combine these two, can I say it is a single transaction? Yes or no, guys? Yes. So now, when this operation will be successful, guys? When this operation will be successful? Basically, when this transaction will be successful, whenever operation 1 is successful, operation 2 is successful. In the sense, whenever both the data has been inserted, yes, whenever guys both the data has been inserted, yeah. Now, if let's say operation 1 is unsuccessful, operation 2 is successful. In that case, we will say date transaction is not complete. So guys, basically we have to manage this. Yes, we have to manage this. So guys, we will do the same. So let us, so we have discussed so much things, like we have discussed theoretically each and everything. Now we will proceed and we will see the things practically, guys. Yeah. So I go to database. Yeah, I'll go to database, guys, and I'll create few table. Just a second. You can see my system is a bit slow. Okay, so let me open SQL Yog first. I'll click on connect. And if you remember, guys, that database name was JEJM21. So inside this, guys, we have a table student one, right? You can see. Now inside this, guys, we have a table student one. Yeah, it contains name, marks, and USN. So I just rename this table, guys. Yeah, I'll just rename this table. I will say it as a stud1. Yeah, stud1. Similarly, I'll drop this employee table, guys. I'll drop this employee table. And I'll create one more table here so that we can perform the operation, guys. Again, I'll take USN. Data type I'm going to consider as a varchar, or let's say integer. Integer length, I'll give 10. And this is a primary key, so I'll set as a pk. Next, name, I'm going to give as a name here. Let's say the name is nothing but your varchar type. Then let's say 20 length I'm going to give, let's say marks as double data type here, 5,3. Yeah, 5,3. So let me create a table now, and this time I'm going to give table name as stud2. So guys, you can see we have two tables. Now we have created two tables successfully. Student 1, student 2. So guys, what I'm going to do in the sense, I'll say stud1, inserting data in student 1 table is the operation 1. Is the operation 1. Next, inserting the data in second table, student 2 is nothing but operation 2. Yes, it is nothing but operation 2. Now, if I'll combine these two, yes, if I'll combine, guys, these two, I will say as a single transaction. Yes, I'll say as a single transaction, whatever we have discussed. So let us proceed and we will complete this program. So we have two tables, guys. You can see in both the table we have same columns. In both the table, guys, we have same column. Currently, there is no data. Both the table is empty. So fine, let us go back and we will write the program. So guys, all of you have completed JavaScript, right? Is JavaScript is done for everyone? Okay, so guys, I asked in group why people didn't respond, because there is a reference company. Yes, only for JavaScript, guys, there was a reference company. I asked in group, but none of you replied. So I added from old batches. So guys, at least check the Google Classroom twice. Yeah, at least you check twice, once in evening and once before sleeping or afternoon time, whenever. So that if there's any information, important information, you can get it there. So there's a requirement for the servlet. Yeah, even there's a requirement for only for JavaScript, there's a requirement, and there's a requirement for servlet and JavaScript. Yes, so I hope guys many of you have been, yes, many of you got a notification you have added for a requirement. Yes, so there's a requirement for Java, then servlet and JavaScript. So I said HR to add you people. Yeah, I said HR to add you people, so I hope you have been added, few of them. So it was something criteria was something a 60% throughout. So anyone like you got HR call and you have been added for servlet and JavaScript requirement. Okay, so that's what guys, check the group. Yes, and once JDBC is, once J2 is done guys, next week guys, you will have a, yes, you will have a final mock, because there are many requirements for JDBC. You can see guys, there are multiple requirements for J2 now, and we don't have candidate at all. Yes, we don't have candidate. Whoever was there, all of them got placed. Yes, so from for Java guys, we don't, for J2 we don't have candidate, much candidate. So once your J2 is done, you have to give the mock instantly, yeah, immediately, so that we can push you for the requirement. So I told HR to add you people, I don't know. Fine, that's okay. Just wait for one more week, then you can go for J2 as well. Yeah. So fine guys, let me complete the program. So first I will import the package. Okay, so I'll copy these steps from old program better. I'll copy these things from old program. So let's say which program, let's say fetch data or batch update. Fetch data guys, fine. Okay, fine guys, I'll write it off, that's okay. Otherwise again, we have to make changes. So first step, we have to say import java.sql.star. Now all of you look here, if you will concentrate, then only you will get this concept. Yes, so all of you look here guys. Don't do anything later. I'll give sufficient time to execute or to write down the notes, whatever you have. Then Java import, okay. Import java.sql.star. Yes. Next, we have to establish the, we have to load the driver class. We'll say class dot or name. Then we will establish the connection guys. So we'll say connection con equals to null. Now guys, I'm going to make use of prepared statement. Yes, currently I'll make use of prepared statement guys. So instead of try and catch, if you want, you can go for throws keyword as well. It's up to you now. Yeah. So guys, currently I'll make use of prepared statement. So I want to insert the data in two database. Sorry, I need to insert the data in two table. I want to insert the data guys in two table. So how many prepared statement we have to use? Yes, I want to insert the data guys into two tables. So how many prepared statement we have to use? Can anyone tell me? Yes, we have to make use of two prepared statements, guys. So we'll declare two prepared statement here. So first, let me complete the first step itself. So we'll get an exception. Let me handle with the help of old catch block. So JDBC colon MySQL colon // localhost 3306 user equals to root and password equals to root itself. Fine. So these things are done, guys. Now, currently I want to insert the data in two table, yeah, of same database. So what I'll do, guys, I'll declare two prepare state. PSTMT1 equals to null. Similarly, PSTMT2 equals to null. Yes. Now, one by one, what we will do, guys, we will create statement or platform. So we'll say PSTMT1 equals to con dot okay, just a second. PSTMT1 equals to con dot, so method name is prepare statement. Here we have to pass the query. Similarly, I'll make use of one more prepare statement, guys. So I'll say PSTMT2. And here we have to write the query. Yes, here itself, guys, I'm going to write the query. If you want, you can declare a string and you can store, you can pass. But here what I'm going to do in the sense, here itself we will write the query, guys. So fine, let us write a query here. Yes. So currently, guys, I need to insert the data. So I'll say insert into JEJM21 dot stud1. Yeah, where, not where, guys, we have to pass values. Yeah, insert into JEJM21 dot stud1 values, and since we are using prepared statement, guys, so we'll go for placeholder. We'll make use of 3 placeholder. Yes, one more table, guys, we have. So even for that also we'll do the same. So I'll say stud2. So guys, for time being, I'm going to say this is nothing but operation 1. Operation 1, this is nothing but operation 2. Operation 2, guys. And I can say, guys, transaction. What is the transaction here in the sense? Operation 1 plus operation 2. Yes, this is nothing but transaction. So fine, now we have to set the value for placeholder one by one. So I'll say student, I'll say, guys, inserting data for stud1 table. Stud1 table. Yes, inserting data for stud1 table. Similarly, let's say I'll give one more statement here, inserting data for stud2 table. And in between, I'll give a divider, guys, so that we can separate the things. Yeah. Now we have to set the value for both the prepare statement. Yeah. So we will say PSTMT1 dot PSTMT1 dot. Okay, some spelling mistake, guys. Fine, let it be PSTMT1 dot. So I'll make use of set method. So I'll say set int. I'll say 1. Let's say for time being, I'll give as 1 itself. Similarly, guys, PSTMT1 dot set string I'll give. So 2 comma, let me give some variable. I'll keep this thing empty, guys. Okay, I didn't use T, right? Only PST. M1, fine. Similarly, guys, I'll say PSTM1 dot set double. Set double, I'll pass 3, and that index thing will pass later, guys. Similarly, we'll copy paste this for student 2 as well. Yes. Now we have to take the input from the user. We'll make use of scanner class. Let me declare here scanner class, guys. So guys, if you learn JDBC properly, in future, if you learn JDBC properly in future, your framework will become very easy, guys. Yeah. So for your framework, JDBC is required. Not JDBC, even servlet is required, guys. Yeah. So sys out. I'll take all the data. I'll say enter your USN. One by one, guys, I'm going to ask take all the data. Similarly, I'll say enter your name, and then enter your marks. Yeah, even I need for the second operation as well. So I'll paste here. Yeah, so for both operations, guys, I'll copy paste it. Now I'll say int a equals to sc dot next int. Yeah, next int and sc dot next int, guys, and we will pass here a. For this, I'll pass here a. Similarly, for this, I'm going to consider a string sc equals to string b equals to sc dot. Okay, we'll change it. Don't worry. Yeah, thanks. We'll change it. We'll edit it. Don't worry. We'll change it to b. We didn't read second, right? We'll change it off. That is not a big deal. So next double. So guys, parallelly, if you want, you can complete all these things. Yeah, I hope you get to know what I'm doing. So these things are complete off. I'll give here C. Yeah, and here I need to take 2, 2, 2. Yes, so one by one I'm going to take the data as well. Yes, one by one I'm going to take the data. So same thing I need to do, right? I'll just change the variable here. Oh God. If you don't want, don't give printing statement. That is up to you guys. Yeah, but I want the correct program so that I want the complete flow, right? So I'm just doing. I know this is lengthy process, but no other choice. We have to, and I'll change the variable name to D, E, and F. Yes, and here I'll pass D, E, F. These things are done, guys. D, E, F. Now I'll give this just after divider. Yes, and here I'll give one more statement. This is out. Student 1, student 1 completed. Student 1 completed. And here I'll give guys student 2 completed. Yeah. So now since once it is done, we have to, what we have to do, guys, we have to execute the query. So we will say pstmt pstm1 dot execute. Yeah, we'll go for pstm1 dot execute. Similarly, after this, we'll say pstm2 dot execute. Yeah. So guys, you can see we have completed all the steps here. Yes, you can see, guys, we have completed the first, second, third, up to fifth step we have completed. Now even we'll close the costly resource. Let me close the costly resource as well, guys. Then we will implement transaction management. And after this, I want you people to complete these things. Then we will go parallelly, guys. So con not equal to null and pstm1 not equal to null and pstm2 not equal to null. And we'll give here con dot close. Con dot close, guys. Similarly, one by one we'll close all, but before that, let us handle with try and catch. So these things, guys, already we have discussed long back, right? So I'm not explaining, just I'm following this fast so that we can go for program directly. Yes, this is done. So I'll give a statement here. Sys out all the costly resources accrued or not required, guys. Yes, let it be not required. You learned the concept, right? That is not required. So guys, you can see we have achieved all the steps. We have completed, guys, all the steps up to here. So I want you people to complete these things. Then we will implement transaction management so that you can execute it parallelly and you can get the concept. So guys, I'll give you 2 minute time. Yeah, all of you complete this. Create two prepared statement and make use of placeholder, set the value and perform these things. Fast guys, make it fast. Once you are done, ping me in chat box. Yeah, I hope above this nothing is required. So I'll close this as well. Yeah. So guys, all of you do it fast. Okay, guys, all of you type the code. Database, you have to create two tables, Arvind. Just do it. Yeah. Already we have create two tables, that's stud1, stud2, and give USN name marks for both. Yes, that's it. Yes, guys. So do it fast. Once you're done, let me know. Johnny, check you gave wrong for double data type. You have to pass two arguments. These things again and again I can't teach. Yeah. Johnny, you are getting error because for double data type you are passing only one argument. This is a basic thing I can't teach. Yes. In SQL also I taught if it is number data type you have to pass two arguments. Because of that you are getting error. Arvind, for you as well. For double data type, pass two arguments. Yes. So you know for number data type, you have to pass two arguments, precision and scale. Check with the syntax properly. Okay. For number data type, for double data type, you will pass only one argument, 20. You have to store decimal value as well, right? Yeah. So fine, guys. Fine, let us proceed. So now, guys, if I'll execute this program, yeah, let's say, guys, what I'm going to do, I'll execute this program. So this is nothing but your normal Java code, normal JDBC program. So we have not managed any transaction. Yeah, up to here, guys, we have not managed any transaction as we have not managed any transaction at all. Simply, guys, what I'll do, I'll execute this program. So all if we look here, guys, I'll just execute this program. So run as Java application. So I need to insert all the data one by one. So let's say USN is 1, name is Dinga, marks is 63.36. Okay, data truncated. Okay, so I pass something fishy, guys. Okay. Skill exception I'm getting. Why I'm getting? Let me check. So stud1 alter table. Okay, 5,2. Okay, okay, I'll just see. Fine, I'll just see. Okay, okay. Fine, we will alter it, guys. Not a big deal. So first is name marks USN, right? USN name marks. USN name marks. So here we have something as name first. Okay, we'll change, guys. We'll change it. Not a big deal. So first we'll change it to USN. Now, if you are getting an error, guys, you can have a look here. What I am doing. Int. Let's say it is a primary in my case. Next, I'll pass name and let's say varchar, and I'm going to give 20. So guys, all of you did mistake while passing marks. Yeah, that was the reason you are getting an error. Johnny and Abhishek, I guess, right? Yeah, you did mistake in that, I guess. So double, and double, for here we, for double we have to pass two arguments. If I pass one argument, if I click on alter table, I will get an error 1064. You can see it will tell you, it is going to tell you very neatly. Yes, so you have to pass here two arguments. So 5 comma 3, 5 comma 3. Will pass only one argument, you will get the error 5 comma 3. I want only one primary key. Yes, that is USN. I click on alter table. You can see this time it is successful. Yeah, we can. That is not a problem. That's okay. It is up to you. That is up to you. Yeah. Fine. Let me execute once again. So USN I'm going to give 1. USN I'm going to give 1. Name will be Dinga itself. Let's say mark says 68.96. Fine. So you can see student 1 completed. Let's say USN is 1 itself here also. Here also I'm going to give name as Dingy. Yeah, let's say Dingy, guys. Mark says 78.98. So you can see, guys, both the data. Yes, I have inserted the record in both the table. Yes, I have inserted the record in both the table. So guys, can I say in this case transaction is successful? Yes, can I say in this case my transaction is successful? Yes or no, guys? Yes, because operation 1 and operation 2 is successful, so I can say transaction is successful, guys. Now I'll execute this program again. All of you look here for 1 minute. Yeah. So I'll give USN as 2. Let's say name is Sundar and marks is 98.98, and I'll hit enter. Now I'll pass USN here. I'll pass the USN as 2. I'll give name as Sundari. I'll give name as Sundari. Now guys, what I do, by knowingly, I'll do one small mistake here. Yes, so for marks, I have declared 5 comma 3, but I'll pass something like this. So knowingly, guys, we are going to do one mistake. So if I'll pass wrong data, whether this data will be inserted, whether this marks will be inserted, guys. Yes, if I'm going to pass this wrong data, whether this marks will be inserted. No, right? This, so I'm going to consider this as a operation 1, operation 2. Operation 2, guys. So operation 1 is successful, no doubt at all. Operation 1, guys, it is successful, no doubt at all. But while entering the marks, I did mistake. So this operation is not done. Yes, this operation 2 is not successful. So can I say, guys, this transaction is incomplete? Yes, can I say, guys, this transaction is incomplete now? Yes, so if transaction is incomplete, do I need to store this operation 1 data in the database? Yes, if transaction is unsuccessful, do I need to store the data? No, right? If we are going to store the data, then in future we may face data inconsistency problem. Yes, we may face, guys, data inconsistency problem. Just to overcome that, what we have to do, guys, we have to manage the transaction. Now if I'll go back to database and if I'll check, then this record will be inserted. Sundar data will be inserted in database, whereas Sundari data will not be there. Sundari data, guys, it won't be there in the database, but Sundar data will be inserted. Now let us go back and verify. Student 1. So you can see, guys, the Sundar data is there. Sundar data is there, but if you check the second table, there is no Sundari data because the operation 2 was not successful. So guys, if we will store half of the data, yes, if we will store the data like this, in future we may face data inconsistency problem. So to overcome that, guys, what we have to do, we have to manage the transaction. We have to manage the transaction. So if you want to manage the transaction, guys, what we have to do basically, yes, just now we have discussed basically what we have to do at starting. We have to set auto commit as false. At starting, guys, we have to set auto commit as false. Yes, we have to set auto commit as false. Now, if all the operation is successful, or after performing the operation, we will say con dot. Now, let's say if few operations are unsuccessful, we have to go for con dot rollback. So that part we have to implement in our program. Whatever program we have executed, that is a normal program of your prepared statement. Yeah. So let us proceed and implement, guys. So first, what we will do, first step, what we have to do, we have to set auto commit as false. So after establishing the connection itself, I'll say con dot set, and you can see we have a method. We have a method, guys, auto commit. Set auto commit method we have. So first we'll pass here false. First we'll pass here false. Yes. So now let me execute the program once again. Let me execute the program, guys. Once again, we'll go step by step. No need to worry. So let me execute this. Okay, before that, I'll go to database and I'll go to database, guys, and I'll delete the records. So I'll say truncate JEJM21.stud1. Yeah, I'll delete, I'll clear all the data. Similarly, first to two table also. Yes. So now both the table is empty, guys. You can see. You know what is truncate? Both the table is empty. Yes. So now we will execute this. Let's say I'll pass USN as 1, name as, let's say, Ashok, and let's say marks as 56.36. Okay, 56. Fine, let it be. Now student 2 is 1 itself. I'll pass here something as, let's say, some name I'm going to pass. Let's say name is Ashish, and let's say marks we need to pass here some marks, guys, and I'm getting stud1 completed. Yes, I'm getting a stud1 completed. So guys, in this case transaction is successful, right? In this case transaction is successful. So whether the data has been inserted in database or not, whether this data, guys, it will be inserted in database or not. What do you feel, guys? Whether this data, whatever we pass in the console, it has been inserted in database? Yes or no, guys? What do you think? Inserted? Okay, fine. Let us go back. Let us go back and we will refresh the table. You can see I'm clicking on refresh, but data is not there. Yes, I'm clicking on refresh, guys, but data is not there. Why data is not there? In the sense, because we have set it auto commit as false. So if your commit is false, data won't be stored, guys. Data won't be stored. So where we have to enable the commit now? Yes, guys, where we have to enable the commit? Yes, guys, where we have to enable the commit? Can anyone tell me? Yes, we have to enable the commit after performing all the operation. Yes, after performing all the operations. So here I'm performing two operations. So after inserting the stud2 data, I will say con dot. I'll say, guys, con dot commit. So if both the transaction is successful, then only data will be stored, guys. If either of operations is successful, then data won't be stored. Because starting, we have disabled the commit. Yes. So after performing these two operations, we are saying con dot commit, guys. So if both the data has been inserted successfully, then only data will be stored. If both the operation is successful, then only data will be stored. If either of operation is successful, then data won't be there. Yes. So let us go back and execute this once again, guys. Let me execute once again. I'm going step by step, guys. You can have a look. Yeah. Let me pass some name here as Raja. And let's say some marks 98.89. And let's say USN as 2, name is Rani. Some marks I'm going to give. So guys, this time what do you think? Data will be inserted in database? Yes. This time guys, whether the data has been inserted? Yes, because commit has been enabled. Let us go back to database, we will refresh. You can see guys, Raja data is there. Similarly, Rani data is there. Raja Rani is there. Fine, we'll go back, we'll execute the program once again. And this time again, I'll do the mistake guys. Again, I'm going to do some mistake. So I'll say USN is 2, name will be Sundar, and marks, let's say student 1. Yes, let's say USN I'm going to give as 2, name I'll keep Sundari. Again, while inserting the marks, guys, I'll do some mistake. Yes, I'm going to do some mistake, guys. So, yes, I'm going to do some mistake and I'll hit enter. So, guys, you can see we are getting one error here. Yes, you can see, guys, we are getting one error, out of range value. So, operation 1 is successful. Correct, guys? Operation 1 is successful. What about operation 2? Yes, operation 1 is successful, guys. Operation 2 is unsuccessful. So whether the data of student 1 will be inserted. Yes, whether the data of student 1 will be inserted, guys. No, because yes, data won't be inserted. So let's say student 1, you can see we have only one record. Since the transaction was unsuccessful, data won't be inserted, guys, either for Raja or either for Rani. Yes, if the transaction is successful, guys, then only the data will be inserted. Yes, if both the operations is successful, that is transaction is successful, then only data will be inserted. Otherwise, data won't be inserted. Now, let's say this transaction is unsuccessful. Yes, this transaction, guys, it is unsuccessful. So what we have to do now, if the transaction is successful, data will be inserted. But by mistake, if transaction is unsuccessful, guys, in that case, what we have to do? Yes, guys, what we have to do? We have to go for rollback. So guys, I will use this rollback in catch block. Yes, because if there is any error in the try block, automatically catch block will be executed. Yes, if there is any error in the try block, then automatically your catch block will be executed. So here I say con dot, here I'm going to say, guys, con dot rollback. Con dot rollback. So whenever you will use con dot rollback, again you will get an error. Basically, you will get an exception, guys. So you have to handle with the help of try and catch. You have to handle with the help of try and catch. And here in the try block, I'll say out rollback called. Rollback called. Yes, let's say, guys, rollback called data rolled out. Something like this, whatever you want, you can give rolled out. Something like this, you can give. Yeah, so that you have to take in catch block because the complete set of code you're writing in try block, guys. Yes, if there's any error or exception, then automatically compiler will search for catch block. So in catch block, you have to go for rollback operation. Yes, in catch block, guys, you have to go for rollback operation. So let me execute this again, and we will see whether my rollback is working or not. Same thing as I'm going to do here. Let's say again Raja Rani. Let's say USN I'm going to give 2. This time I'll give Rani. Again, while inserting the marks, I'll do some mistake. You can do mistake for USN as well. It is up to you guys. Yeah, it is up to you. So let me insert some marks of higher range. Now, if I'll hit enter, guys, we will get an error or we will get an exception. So whenever there is error or exception, guys, automatically catch block will be called. Yes, automatically, guys, catch block will be called. And in catch block, you can see we are using rollback. So data will be ruled out. Yes, you can see, guys, rollback called, data rolled out. So like this, guys, you can manage the transaction in JDBC. Yes, like this, guys, you can do it. So all of you guys just go through, yeah, execute this program. If you have any doubt, ask now itself. Yeah, please execute the program, go through, guys. If you have doubt, ask now itself. I'll give you sufficient time, guys. Do it fast because this concept is very important for your Hibernate as well. This concept is important, guys, throughout your framework. So do it fast, guys. Complete this program. Kishore, why you want a screenshot? Yeah. Why you want screenshot? You can execute, Kishore, right? Okay, if you want, I'll share this complete program in chat box. But guys, until you will not execute once, you will not get the concept. That is up to you. I'm giving you both the way. Yes, so I'm sharing the program in chat box. If you want, copy and keep. But execute the program at least once. Until and unless you will not practice, it's completely waste, guys. So Hafiz, while closing the costly resource, you did some mistake. Yes. So you have not declared interface as null. Yeah, you have not used connection con equals to null and all. That is the reason you are getting error. So just check your program once. So while closing the costly resource, you did some mistake. So guys, execute it fast. Once it is done, ping me in chat box. Any doubt, you can ping me in chat box, but don't ask for the program, guys. Please execute it once. It's better to execute once. Yeah, do it fast. Okay, Abhishek, just wait for 1 minute until your friend will complete. Yeah. Yes, others just do it fast. If you have any doubt, ping me in chat box. Okay, so guys, done all of you? Still you need time, anyone? Okay, so we'll proceed, guys. Yeah, we'll move on. So here we have to discuss, guys, in this same program, we have to add one more thing. Yeah, because data will be present in your cursor or buffer memory. Ranjan, data will be present in cursor or buffer memories. Even you have to clear that data. No need to store unnecessary data in either. Let's say if you are going to talk about your core Java. So in core Java, you will have something as your heap area. So no need to store unnecessary data. Yes. So in case of database, we have something as cursor or buffer memory. So no need to store the unnecessary data. Here you can see the data has not been reached, but internally data will be reached. Data won't be stored, but data will be present in cursor or buffer memory. So just to clear that cursor or buffer memory space, we have to go for rollback. Yes. So fine, guys. Let us proceed. Let us proceed. So we have to discuss here. We have to add one more thing in our program. That is your save point. Yeah. So guys, can anyone tell me what is save point, guys? Yes. So basically, guys, save point is nothing but with the help of save point, you can say the save point is nothing but statement of it is a statement of TCL, transaction control analysis. Yes, and it helps user to mark the position of transaction. It helps user not save the transaction. It helps user to mark the position of transaction. Yes, it helps user to mark the position of transaction. Yes, it helps user to mark the position of transaction. Yes. So now, guys, this is all about in case of your SQL. Yes, basically we have discussed these 2 points I can consider in case of your SQL. But we have to talk with respect to your J2SS JDBC. So, guys, coming about save point. Yes, coming about save point in case of JDBC, it is the interface. Yes, coming about, guys, save point. So in case of JDBC, save point is not a statement. Basically, it is an interface. So I can say save point. I'll give guys SP. Save point is a interface. Is a interface present in Java.SQL package. Present in Java.SQL package. Yes, what it is, guys? It is nothing but it is a interface present in Java.SQL package. Now, basically, guys, the save point has been introduced in JDBC version 3.0. Yes, so basically, guys, this introduced in, so it is introduced in JDBC version 3.0. So guys, before 3.0 JDBC version, before 3.0 version, we didn't have save point. Yes, so it has been introduced in JDBC 3.0. Now, so guys, who will provide the implementation class of save point? Any guess? So guys, who is going to provide the implementation class of your prepared statement interface and so on? Who will provide, guys? Can anyone tell me who will provide the implementation of statement interface or prepared statement or any interface, guys, or connection interface? JDBC driver. Okay. Yes, so it will be provided by respective database server or vendor. Yes, it is provided by guys respective database server or vendor. So I can say driver software vendor is responsible to provide implementation class, implementation class. So guys, implementation be provided by respective database server or vendor. Yes. So now, yes guys, so what we have to do guys, if you want to set a save point, yes, so save point is nothing but basically guys, it is an interface. Yes, it is nothing but interface guys. So since it is an interface, can we create an object? Yes guys, since it is an interface, can we create an object? No. So again we have to make use of factory or helper method. Yes guys, again we have to make use of factory or helper method. So we will say save point, we'll say guys save point sp equals to save point sp equals to con dot set save point, set save point. So guys, the set save point is nothing but it's a factory or helper method. Factory or helper method. Yes. So guys, we have discussed with the help of save point, we can mark the position of transaction. So the set save point is the factory or helper method. So guys, here again we can have two cases. Yes, again guys, we can have two cases. Now let's say, yeah. Now guys, let's say if your transaction is completed. Yes. So before explaining this guys, we'll go back to this program. Yes, we'll go back to this program. Now, if we are not going to use save point guys, yeah, if we are not going to use save point, if this operation is successful and if this operation is unsuccessful, data won't be stored. We know guys transaction is unsuccessful. Yes, if operation 1 is successful, if operation 2 is unsuccessful, then data is, sorry, this transaction is unsuccessful. So guys, if transaction is unsuccessful also, in few cases, if I want to store the data, yes, if the transaction is unsuccessful also guys, in few cases, if I want to store the data, then I'll go for save. Yes, in few cases, yeah, whenever the operations are independent. Yes, whenever the operations are independent. So in few cases, if you want to store the partial data also, so in that case, we'll go for save point. Remember that. Fine, let us proceed. Yes. So, so guys, now if you want to, yes, if you want to, yeah, after setting save point, if you want to save the data, you can say con dot rollback. Con dot, no, sorry, not con dot rollback, con dot commit. Con dot commit. Yes. Now let's say guys, we performed operation 1, operation 2, operation 3, operation 4, and so on. Operation 1 was successful, 2 was successful, but remaining was unsuccessful. But in this case, yes, but you want to store, but this transaction was unsuccessful, but this first operation, second operation was successful, guys. First and second operation was successful. So you want to store these data in the database. These two operation data, you want to store the data in database. So what you will do? Yes, what you will do, guys? So what you will do, basically, you can mark the position of transaction. Yes, what we can do, guys? You can mark the position of transaction. Yeah, we will set a save point. Very good. And you can go for rollback. So what you will say? You will say con dot rollback. Then go for con dot rollback, and here you can pass this particular, yes, here you can pass what guys, this particular save point name. So let's say sp. So until SP, whatever save point you have set it, your data will be stored. Yeah, until this guys, let's say you want to store these two operations. So what you will do after these two, you will set a save point. Yes, we will set a save point, and at last, instead of going normal rollback, you will pass this save point name. You will pass this save point name. So this, so here in this case, completely rollback will not happen. Up to save point name, rollback will happen. Up to save point name, rollback will happen. So basically, you have to remember what is save point in the sense, you can say if we'll talk in case of SQL, it's a statement of TCL. It helps user to mark the position of transaction. But if we'll talk in case of JDBC, it is an interface. Yes, it is an interface present in java.sql package, and it has been introduced in JDBC version 3.0. And respective driver, respective database server or vendor guys, it is going to provide the implementation class. So since it is an interface, we cannot create an object. We have to create an implementation object. So how we can create implementation object? With the help of factory helper method. So here factory helper method name is set save point. Yes. So let's say guys, if you want to mark the transaction and if you want to go to the particular point, so first you will set the save point, and in catch block you will say con.rollback and you pass here. That is save point name. Yes, I hope guys you got some idea. Once we'll execute the program, you will get it perfectly guys. So I want you to take down this pic. Yeah, take down pic or screenshot guys. Later just copy down in your notes. Yes guys, just take down pic or screenshot first. Okay, let us proceed guys now. Okay. So now guys, let's say here I'm going to perform two operations. Yes, here I'm going to perform what guys? Two operations. Operation 1 and operation 2. So if operation 1 is failed to execute, yeah, if operation 1 or fails to execute, still I want to store the data of operation 1 into database. So guys, first what we will do, first since the save point is the interface, we will declare it. Yes, first we'll declare it, we'll say save point sp equals to null. Save point sp equals to null. Again, we will close this costly resource because we know each and every interface is nothing but guys costly resource. Will come down, will close this costly resource. Not equal to null. If it's not equal to null, then we'll close this costly resource. We'll say sp dot close. So this is just we have used the costly resource and we have closed. Yes. Okay, just a second. We are not getting. Sp dot. Okay, let me check. Let me check. What is the mistake, guys? Yeah, it's correct only. Sp dot close. Sp dot close. Okay, we'll see that part later. Leave then. Yeah, we are not getting the option. We'll see that later. Some spelling mistake, type mistake. But first we have to use, then we can close. So we have declared an interface, guys. So after the completion of, okay. So guys, after the completion of this first operation, I'll mark the position of transaction. So I'll say sp dot. Yeah, so basically I can say sp dot, not dot, sp equals to con dot, and we have to make use of one factory helper method, that is save point. Yes, we have to make use of a factory helper method, that is set save point. So guys, after the first operation, what we are doing? We are marking the position of transaction. Yes, we are marking the position of transaction. Now, we will in rollback, what we'll do guys, in rollback, you can see we have somewhere track catch block. Yeah. So now we will not say con dot rollback. If I'll say con dot rollback, it will remove all the operation. Yes, we have to go to the particular point. Yeah, we have to perform rollback up to some particular point. Yeah, whatever we have marked. So I'll pass here con dot rollback and I'll pass the reference as SP. I'll pass the reference as SP as con dot rollback and pass the reference as SP. So once, yes, now up to the particular point, let's say up to where guys this rollback will happen. Yes, if the transaction is unsuccessful, up to where this rollback is going to happen, guys. Yes, up to where? Up to operation 2 or operation 2? Operation 1 or operation 2, guys? Yes, operation 1, right? So what we have to do, guys, we have to say after going rollback again, if you want to say, so if you will say guys con dot rollback. Yes, so we have operation 1, operation 2. So if this operation is fails, if you want to execute this data, you have set the position that you have marked a transaction. So let's say we have SP here. So once you will say con dot rollback will pass SP here, it will go up to here, guys. It will go up to here. This second operation will be ignored. Yes, second operation, guys, it will be ignored and it will go up to this marked position. Now, up to here, up to this operation 1, you have to store the data. You have to save the data, guys. So you will say SP, not SP, sorry. You will say, guys, again you have to go for commit. Yes, again you have to go for commit. After going for rollback, if you want to mark this particular transaction, particular operation, at last you have to say again con dot commit. Will not say con dot commit, then data won't be stored, because you can remember, guys, up to here your commit is disabled. Up to here, guys, your commit is disabled. So you have to go to the rollback up to the particular point, and then you have to say con dot commit. Then only data will be stored. If you not use con dot commit, guys, after rollback, then your data won't be stored permanently. Then your data, guys, it won't be stored permanently. So fine, let us do it now. Let us do it. So after saying, guys, con dot rollback, again we have to say con dot commit. Because if you remember, guys, for operation 1 only, the transaction is disabled, commit is disabled. So after once you will go for rollback, again you have to say con dot commit. Then only it will be successful, guys. Fine. This is complete story we have discussed. Now let us execute. Let us execute, guys. So I'll give USN as 3. Let's say name I'm going to give as Chinky. Yeah, Chinky. And then I'll give a marks as 98.999. Yes, 98.999. Next, guys, you can see student 1 completed. Student 1, guys, completed. Again, I'll pass your USN as 3. Okay, Pinky, fine. I'll give here Pinky. And what I'm going to do in the sense, what I'm going to do here in the sense, guys, let's say I'll store the data once. So this time I'll provide the correct data. Yes. If I'll provide the correct data, guys, then your rollback won't be called. Yes. Your rollback, guys, it won't be called. Data will be stored permanently. So what I'll do, I'll pass again wrong marks. So guys, whether this transaction is successful or unsuccessful this time, again, I can say this transaction is unsuccessful. Yes or no, guys? So if I execute, so we have marked the position of transaction. That is, we have used save point. So wherever we have used save, save point. Up to that, your data will be stored. So you can see, guys, we are getting here rollback called data rolled out. So guys, can anyone tell me whether the data of operation 1 is stored in database or not? Yes, the data of operation 1 is stored in database or not, guys? What do you think? It is stored or not? Stored because we have marked the position of transaction, and at last we are saying commit. Fine, let us go back and refresh it off. So student 1, student 2, guys, you can see student 2, we have only one record. That is Pinky data has not been injected. Fine, that's okay. Now let's scroll up and let us check in student stud1 table whether the Chinky data has been stored or not. So student 1, you can see, guys, Chinky data has been stored. So like this, whenever the operations are independent to each other, and if you want to store the marked transactions, then you can go for save. Yes. So guys, I hope whatever I try to explain, it's clear for everyone. So after that, after each and every operation, guys, you can set a save point. Yes. Yes. So Kishore, after each and every operation, you can set a save point. Let's say if you have 100 of operation, you can set 100 save points. Yes. So again, what you can do, you can go up, you can say set save point SP1, SP2, and you can set a save point. Yes, you can mark, and up to this particular variable, you can go for rollback. Yes, you can set a multiple save point, guys. So guys, all of you just go through once. Yes, execute this program, go through once. If you have any doubt, please ask. Yeah, that is end of your JDBs. Yes, so here successfully, guys, we have completed your JDBs. So just go through. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Do it fast, guys. Go through once, execute the program, analyze the things. If you have doubt, you can ask.
This conference is no longer being recorded.
Okay, I'll give the notes, but that notes has been prepared by one of your friend, right? She attended my class, but she prepared one very clean notes. So I'll share, I'll share you that notes. So let me check, do I have or not? Yeah. So until that, just go. Prem Kumar, I shared the program in chat box. Everything I can do, right? Yes. So think, guys, if you will not execute by yourself, why, Prem, why you didn't execute the program? What is the reason? I'm giving sufficient time, right, Prem Kumar? If you do the same in case of your framework, then it's very difficult, right? We can't give spoon feeding for everything. So you have to do it. Yeah. You have to explore the things. So fine, guys. All of you just go through. Let me check the notes, whatever I have. I'll share you.